Soft summer versus deep winter color type. Why color typing doesn't work for you? In my practice, I have discovered that even when people get to know their seasonal color type, they still struggle to understand how to choose their wardrobe right. Many people who have already got typed by some other professionals, or sometimes even quite a few of them, still find it difficult to understand what goes where and what to do once they are in a physical shop. Someone told them that, let's say, any color like magenta is their top-notch color and they go in search for it, and let's say to Zara and figure out that either this color is not there or there might be too many shades of it, so they are clueless about which one to pick. I have encountered a client who has been typed 5 times by 5 different professionals, giving them 5 different seasonal types. So the seasonal color typing doesn't work at all? Yes, it does. And there is so much more to the color than what you have been introduced to. 12 seasonal color types are very strict boxes which you are trying to squeeze yourself into even if you don't fit. Therefore, TikTok color typing filters and apps don't work well. I don't understand what the majority of stylists are trying to prove here when suggesting people to use these color filters. You cannot be a professional in color typing if you advise people to use that. That just means you don't understand the color at all. You can suggest it for fun, but never for a serious advice. Not even to mention that you might be taking these tests with the wrong shading, lighting, makeup, and oh my god, the sun. Not understanding that even the sun has its own color and it's gonna reflect on your face. But that's not the point. The point is that each and every color can be appropriated to literally any appearance, but with its nuances. Take Sarah Jessica Parker on this example. Which season is she? I bet you said winter, and she's not. For example, you might be a soft summer but still thrive in spring colors and still wear your favorite black dress with a color blocking scarf or jewelry. It doesn't require you to change the whole wardrobe if you are not the type you thought you were. Any color can be worked around and can be appropriated to literally any appearance. And for that reason, we cannot have only 12 strict seasonal palettes, because between each season there is still a type that would be in between, especially those who are in transition. I have already discussed this topic in the video about Kate Middleton is not a soft summer and Margot Robbie is not a light summer. And I would highly encourage you to review these articles and videos to understand the difference and the meanings of the in transition type. And for today's discussion of the soft summer type, I will discuss Sarah Jessica Parker and Kim Kardashian as deep winter types. The summer color type is one of the most common and most diverse appearance color types, and it all depends on the nuances of your appearance as well. Carefully go through the description of each subtype, where every detail matters depending on the selected subtype. Your image will be light or dark, bright or muted. For example, soft summer, true summer, light summer. As well for winter, there is deep winter, true winter, and bright winter. In my experience, people of the summer color type are often unhappy with their hair color, and it seems to them that it's too faded or too ashy toned. Women tend to dye their natural shade brighter and therefore decide on highlighting or go through other experiments with the color. Your hair may be light blonde or might be brownish depending on the subtype. I wouldn't recommend to change the natural shade drastically, otherwise choosing clothes for your color type will become a little bit more difficult. You better try non-contrasting highlighting. The halftones will add volume to your hair. The summer color type most often has blue, gray, or gray-blue eyes. Sometimes their color is difficult to determine accurately because it changes depending on the shade of clothing and lighting, and it reflects colors from the surroundings and clothes, especially in the facial zone. If you have noticed that an emerald blouse makes your eyes greener and grey blouse changes color to grey-blue at the moment, you might belong to the summer color type, but not necessarily as well. The skin of the summer color type is not as sensitive as that of the spring, and your skin is easily tanned. However, its color does not change dramatically as in the case with the winter type, for example. The color of your skin normally remains even. Deep winter color type. Deep winter is the softest winter color type, which is also called as dark winter. It is more difficult to define it independently than the other subtypes. Eyes are usually dark brown, brown, black, dark hazel. Hair is usually dark brown, almost black, pitch black. Skin is usually tans well. Differences and similarities between soft summer and deep winter. Obviously, I have chosen two cold color seasonal types. So their common undertone will be cold, and soft summer will be the darkest type from the summer color chart, and deep winter will be the darkest one from the winter chart as well. Those are colors from each color palette broken down into each specific conglomerations they consist of. In a nutshell, a deep winter is the neighbor of dark autumn and will be somewhat interlinked with the shades with brownish colors. As you see, we have added red plus black plus brown, and at the same time soft summer isn't influenced as much and needs to be diluted with white to create the perfect pastel, so we added yellow plus black plus white. The contrast between those two seasons will be slightly different. A soft summer will have a low to medium contrast potency and winter will have a high one. But there is also something you didn't know about the contrast. A cold undertone indeed has a high potential to appropriate higher contrast even if it's not high by default. It means that it's easier for summer to use highly contrasting colors than for autumn. Since winter is high contrast by default, it also means that the contrast can fluctuate backwards as well from high to low. What's the key here is they are natural contrasts. So if your appearance is highly contrasting, that means it will be amazing on the background of soft, muted, diluted shades, since your natural asset will be even more emphasized with it. For summer types, it's not the same, since their appearance is somewhat muted, as we say. By adding a harsh contrast, it will eat them up, their natural assets, I mean. But what they can do is appropriate something from the in transition type and select warm and cold colors in one outfit or color. Soft summer clothes and colors. There are many elegant, delicate combinations in the wardrobe of the summer color type. This type, like no other, goes with monochrome images really well. Pink and especially muted, diluted, pastel shaded pinks is one of the best colors for Sarah Jessica Parker's wardrobe. Here you can see a clear difference where we are talking about contrasts. A soft summer has a low contrast by default, so you often might encounter a problem with highly contrasting colors like hot pink, red, or others, especially when the outfit has no appropriate color blocking or a reflector near the face and the color is from head to toe. The bright color completely eats the actress' beauty up, and as she ages, the gray pigmentation takes over more and more. It will be more difficult to incorporate such bright outfits with time. We would probably leave this discussion away if she had at least a medium contrast by default, but in this case of low contrasted appearance, everything just blanks out with harsh neons. What to avoid? I would suggest warm yellow mustards, and neons will take you into the autumn color type, and they take away the freshness and softness from the image. It is important for you to work with colors that are between warm and cold, so blue, green, peach, taupe. What do we see with this mustard yellow shade that I would advise against of? It doesn't really do anything for her and nothing stands out, and at the same time it also doesn't make her look better or it doesn't enhance appearance. And on the contrary, the pastel yellow, which is from the Soft Summer palette, fits her like a glove. It has a cold undertone, obviously. Even her smile and eyes got brighter because that color complements her so well, while a bright yellow-green color, almost neon, really requires at least tan skin. The same goes for the blue color. We see a transition from a light baby blue shade to bright purple, which is a no-no combination for her. Again, I would leave this later color to a winter type, not someone with a low contrast as Sarah. Here in this example, we can spot the incorporation of even a spring blue, which is still allowed in this case. All pastels matched with teal blue outfits reflect the best features of her face. Whenever you don't know when to use a bright or really saturated color, use it as an accessory, not as a basic piece of the wardrobe. Here you can clearly see the difference between light, soft pastel colors and all black colored outfits. The little one really drags her whole appearance down. Why not opt for a navy blue, for example? Scarlet red is often advised for soft summers, but most people don't understand why since it's not winter type, as if not pastel colors are prescribed to them. However, the red color rises to the higher temperatures of coldness as well, and being on the brighter side complements their somewhat neutral skin. That happens a lot with the in transition type people. The same goes for spring green colors, as this type will also share some spring palettes as well. Here we see how the actress used a hot pink color that doesn't really work with her. However, it's not that it needs to be completely ignored, and she used it as a small accent in her outfit, which is allowed. That also applies to all the colors that match or don't match the main palette of yours. She chose a main grey color for the look and kept bright colors and matching points only. Her grey and pastel colored outfits match her perfectly well. She hypothetically could use even brighter makeup without any need to complement it with accessories. Deep winter colors in the basic wardrobe. What colors should a dark winter avoid? That's what I would avoid. Normally, stylists would advise being careful with pastels and light combination of clothes. They might not harmonize well with your contrasting appearance and strong character. However, as we see in this example, summer pastel shades are one of the best basic staple colors in her wardrobe. Why does this happen? Because the natural contrast given by default creates an even bigger contrast on the background of pale diluted colors. It's like putting black letters on the background of white paper. It would be best if you hypothetically avoided two warm shades such as orange, for example, and yellow, I would say. Both of these colors provide a very good platform for the contrast to take advantage over. I would advise you to try bold looks. They perfectly suit your contrasting appearance. This will help you get out of your comfort zone. For example, combine a red color with leather materials, fabrics. Once again, you can see how well the pastel color and the hot bright pink work well with her appearance. Both are just perfect for the contrast to be revealed on. We can definitely see why we need to think outside the box of the 12 seasonal color palettes and choose a more directional method. And this is why any app or any filter will never be able to identify the very important nuances of your appearance. And I hope this information was useful for you. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comment section and see you in the next episode.